Governor Cuomo is responsible for the death of 16,000 New Yorkers. Well, yeah, you make a good point. Governor Cuomo is responsible for the death of 16,000 New Yorkers during the lockdowns and the pandemic. I don't hear many Democrats saying he should be locked up. I hear a lot of conservatives, libertarians, Republicans, they want him locked up. I want him locked up. You don't hear that from Democrats, but yet they keep saying, but Trump, he's on bail for some trumped up charge that really isn't a big deal. Cuomo killed people. Yeah, that's okay. So there is that. Let's see. So Lauren goes on to say, and thank you, Lauren. I'm enjoying the conversation with you. Lauren says, Rudy Giuliani has settled his $1.3 billion election lawsuit. Good for him. He's going to owe a lot of money, probably, for the lies and stolen election fantasies he was peddling. There were problems with that election. There were a lot of problems with that election. And there have been a lot of problems with elections since then. That's a fact. In fact, in 2020, I know that Anthony Brindisi, who was at the time the congressman for the New York 22nd district, he was the incumbent. If you look at the results, when he lost the 2020 election, he blamed it on errors with the election. That was his public statement. He's a Democrat. So a lot of people had mixed feelings about the election in 2020. A lot of Democrats had issues with the way the 2020 election went through. And since the 2020 election, many of the regulations and laws that were changed at the last minute have been reversed. They were found to be illegal, but it's too late to go back to 2020 and fix that. But they have been fixed since then because they were illegally and unconstitutionally implemented. So there are problems with that election. So I wouldn't say that Rudy Giuliani was per se as guilty as a New York bluer than blue Democrat base would say he was. But you can feel any way you want. Again, Lauren, you can feel however you want to, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially when we look at the data that we actually have and we look at the results that we have seen.